Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we are driving to SoCal, doing some MMA training with Tony Ferguson today. About to get my ass kicked, honestly. Yeah, we're shooting some video and some content for his signature shoe model. But anyways, today, what I wanted to talk about is a comment that I got. And it's basically... this is kind of like the third video of the series of why I think Tony Xu is a great CEO. And not that, like, I really give a shit that much to say that he's a great CEO. But I keep getting some comments and I'm like, this is some good content to talk about because people don't understand a lot of this kind of stuff. And I'm not, like, the greatest expert on all this business stuff, but I do understand what's going on. And I do kind of the same exact thing with my businesses and stuff. So, basically... what my last video was about Doordash basically not making profits. And why they haven't made profits is because they're reinvesting into themselves. And by reinvesting in themselves, they're basically negativing out their business to where they don't have to pay taxes. And any smart business owner is going to do the same thing. And some people say, well, it's the rich people. Like, rich people are evil. No, rich people are creating jobs, and if it wasn't for rich people who are pure capitalists, there's a difference between rich people who create businesses and opportunities for people and make investments, because personally, I think I've created quite a few opportunities for my friends, and they haven't created any opportunities for me or anyone else I know. Like, most people aren't entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs take their money and create more opportunities. Anyways... that's just my capitalistic mindset, though. Feel free to disagree. Let me know in the comments down below if you got a good argument on why rich people are evil or why capitalism is bad. And honestly, I'm pretty unconvincible, to be absolutely honest. But, okay. Anyways, feel free to argue it if you want. We're talking about Doordash investing their profits in taking up the low-paying orders. Meaning... someone said Doordash isn't actually investing into things that make them profits. What they're investing into is people taking the low-paying orders. And I agree, they probably are. They probably are, and for good reason, because as a company, the objective, especially as a new company, they're only 5 years old or so, especially as a new company, the objective is to get as many customers as possible and get as many people accustomed to ordering on Doordash as possible, because the more people that just get accustomed to it, you know, like we all are accustomed to going through McDonald's or something when you absolutely need it, or like we're all accustomed to going to certain brands because you're just used to it. Like, for example, like when you're buying Q-tips or something, you probably buy Q-tips. You probably don't buy the next one next to it that says cotton swabs, just because you're used to Q-tips and they make a good product that you're used to. And that's the idea behind a business, is get people so used to using your product that they just keep coming back more and more and more. And personally, I think there's plenty of fees. As someone who has ordered Doordash more than a handful of times, there's plenty of fees on there for them to make money. Like, they're making money. Whether you think they are or not, they're making money. But, basically, where is this comment? I wanted to find it real quick. Let's see. I try to find it. Never mind. Can't find it. Basically, what someone says was, they're not going to make profits because they're just investing all of their profits into drivers taking the low-paying orders because those people don't tip and stuff. And I don't believe that's true, because there's enough fees on there for Doordash to make. There's always a service fee, and on top of that, you tip and stuff, and they're splitting the service fee. On top of that, they're taking money from the restaurant when they give a restaurant an order, they take a percentage of that as well. So, let's say, hypothetically, they're not taking that percentage, right? Let's just say they are losing money. Like, worst case scenario, they are losing money. Let me relate this to you to when Amazon was on the up and up. Back in 2012, when I was working for Razor, Amazon, so our wholesale price on a specific model of scooters was $45, meaning Razor would sell the scooter for $45 to Amazon, to Walmart, to big retailers, to any stores. That's the wholesale price, which means like if you buy in bulk, that's the price you get. It's not COVID, I swear. It's just this bright light. Anyways, and what would happen and what we discovered, because I was a sales guy at Razor at first. My job was to manage sales and retail and all that stuff, and basically cold call the entire country to try to get our scooters into Walmarts and Dick's Sporting Goods and all that stuff. That was my first job at Razor. It was miserable, but greatest thing probably ever for me. It was like going to boot camp for sales and learning so much about Razor. If you want to get in business, taking a cold call sales job is probably the greatest thing you can do, just for a few months, but eventually you start getting some major commission and stuff. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. What Amazon would do was they would buy our scooters, Razor as in R, Razor scooters for $45, and they would turn around and sell them for $35, losing $10 and shipping. And Razor and everyone, all the executives, we had a big meeting about this. Not that I was in the meeting. This is literally 3 months after I started there. They had a big meeting about this. And they where everyone's pulling their hair out, what do we do about Amazon? They're buying our products and they're selling them for way cheaper. And when you have a big business like this and you sell to retailers, there's this thing called MAP pricing, minimum advertised pricing, MAP pricing. It's very important. As a business, you don't want one client who, especially like Amazon, sells online, selling your product that's supposed to be marked at $120 for $35, because all your retailers are like, yo, why am I going to buy your products when you have Amazon selling them for a third of the price as me? No one's going to buy my products, and they've put up a lot of money to carry Razor in their store. So when mom and pop bike shop is selling Razor scooters for $120, but Amazon is selling the same exact scooter for $35, losing money, why on earth would anyone buy it from the mom and pop shop? I mean, I can select or come up with a few different reasons on why they would, because it's right then and there. Maybe they like the shop or something. But most people are going to be like, yo, I could just get this on Amazon for $35. And this went on for 6 months with Razor and Amazon going back and forth, trying to get them to stop doing this because they're just devaluing all of their products basically. And it didn't make any sense. And what we ended up doing was we found out, we were like, okay, hang on a sec. We can buy all of their inventory out. There was 120 of these scooters left. And me and a bunch of other people that worked for Razor all bought 10 of them. And we're like, fuck it, we can resell these things ourselves. We work at Razor. Everyone wants scooters that, everyone knows we have scooters, so they want to come to us for some scooters and stuff, So we dropped a few $100s and bought 10 scooters each, and we bought out the entire inventory of this product that they were just taking an absolute loss on, but it was one of the hottest products that Razor had at the time. And it was just totally ruining it. But what I'm getting at is Amazon's strategy wasn't to make profit, and neither is Doordash's, because they don't need to make profit right now. They're a very new business. What they need to do is get everyone so used to it. Look at what Amazon has become. This is a perfect example, and DoorDash is on the way to doing the exact same thing. And frankly, it's a great business model. Doesn't matter if they make profit this year. Doesn't matter, because they're getting people accustomed to doing it. Obviously, it's working because they've taken up more than 50% of the entire delivery market. So, even I do this as a business owner selling shoes. I do sales all the time We never take a loss, that's for sure. I'm not in a position to take losses on shoes. But we do sell shoes every once in a while. You've seen the sales codes and stuff for $35. And my idea isn't, oh, I'm making so much profit. In fact, I'm not really making any profit on that. In fact, it's honestly, every time I get a bunch of, like, every time we do one of those sales, we get so many orders. And all I can think is, wow, we got 10 orders. We only profited $100. And I got to do all this freaking shipping now. But anyways, the idea behind that is to just get so many people wearing our shoes that they market themselves. It's the same exact thing for DoorDash. People even now are using the term, do you want to DoorDash that here? Even if they're using Grubhub or even if they're using Uber Eats. It's now a term, do you want to DoorDash that here? Just like a kick scooter is called a razor. People are like, hey, do you razor? Like, razor isn't a sport. Scooter is a sport. But razor is not a sport. Q-tips are not a thing. That's a brand. Cotton swabs are a thing, you know? I can go on and on. There's so many brands that just own a market. And that's what DoorDash is doing. They are not in the market to make a bunch of profits right now. Because frankly, they're a new business. And they got 5 years to legally lose money if they wanted to. You know? That's how businesses work. And honestly, if it wasn't that way, we wouldn't have very many successful businesses. A lot of people don't like capitalists and stuff, but I would argue that those people have no idea how to run a business. And you do not see people who have owned businesses before hating on capitalism, in my opinion. I just don't know anyone who thinks that way. But anyways, I just felt like that was a pretty necessary comment to respond to because he brought up a valid point, and a lot of people were liking it. And a lot of people have probably no idea how this whole thing works. But just getting, like, the idea behind marketing and business is to create an omnipresence. And omnipresence means when everyone knows who you are. You know, like, there's a few people in the world who have omnipresence. Donald Trump has omnipresence. Wherever you go, whatever country, 99% of people are going to know who Donald Trump is, you know? The Rock, probably around the same, you know? Omnipresence. Just because he wasn't the president, probably a little bit less people know him. But he's got that omnipresence where everyone knows him. And that's what a brand wants to do. Brand wants to create omnipresence so everyone knows who your products, or who you are and what your products are. Because no one's going to buy from you if no one knows what business you are. No one knows, like, the more people that buy from you, the more people say they buy from you. They tell people, oh yeah, I got this great deal on Amazon, $35 razor scooter. You wouldn't believe it. It's $120 at the stores. And everyone's like, oh my God, you can get $35 razor scooters? Everything's probably super cheap on Amazon. Well, DoorDash is doing the exact same thing. Oh my God, DoorDash is so cheap to order from. It's cheaper than the other platforms. I'm totally going to order DoorDash next time. Screw that Postmates bullshit. I'm ordering from DoorDash. So that's the theory and logic behind it. For a lot of people who don't understand this kind of stuff, I mean, honestly, the only reason I understand this stuff is because I worked for a $1 billion corporation, Razor, for multiple years, and I've been sponsored by them for over 10 years. And that's frankly where I learn all these things. So a lot of people, don't be like disappointed if you don't understand these things, but I tried to do my best to explain from the corporate shill side, you know, of why companies do these things. Because a lot of people freak out and they're like, hate DoorDash and all this stuff, but they frankly, honestly, and don't, like I said, we don't get educated on these kinds of things in public school. I had to learn firsthand by working for a $1 billion corporation. And then I've learned other things, not firsthand, but through books and YouTube. And I constantly listen to audiobooks and, like, business podcasts and stuff. So that's where you got to get this kind of information stuff from. Anyways, hopefully you guys learned something today. And I know there's at least 3 people that commented that's where DoorDash's profits are going. So this video is for you 3 guys. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy my videos at all, or if you found any value in this, please subscribe and smash that like button. Peace.